Grand Rising, Facebook and YouTube, and Queens on Zoom. I want to thank you for joining us this morning. And at 9 o'clock, we're going to switch over to Zoom only. So enjoy yourself, but go on over to elizabethvisionaryconference.org and get your Zoom ticket and come and join us in Zoom. We get really delicious at 9 o'clock. So hang out if you want until 9 o'clock, and then we're going to switch and we will remind you to get your ticket. So our guests, our hosts today are At Peace, Makita, and Danyelle Claxton. You can take it, sisters.
What's up, everybody? Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Good morning.
Now walk around the other side of the stage.
How y'all feeling today?
Yay!
Grand.
Yes, another beautiful week. Here we go.
Grand Rising, my stars.
My goodness, you
At Peace, you look beautiful.
Queen. Look at your colors.
Yes, honey. I had to
Awesome.
do something. I'm so excited about this new season. That the summer, the weather has broken a little bit. It's supposed to rain like for the next couple of days, but then it's gonna be clear.
Yeah.
So I feel really good today. I feel in the season, in the spirit. How you guys feeling? Let's do our one word check-in. How you guys feeling today?
Yeah. I am marvelous.
Okay. One word check-in this morning. How are you doing this morning?
Magnificence. Yes.
I need another word from one of y'all. We got
Yes.
two magnificents in here.
Marvelous, darling.
Marvelous, magnificence. Okay. Mama Yama, what's your word for today?
Grand.
Grand. Okay, I'll take it. Danyelle, what's your word?
I'm excited.
Excited.
All right.
I am excited. I completed my team management and leadership program this weekend, year-long program this weekend. So I am excited.
Yes.
I am. And I decided to take a quarter break. So I got 12 weeks to apply all this knowledge into building effective teams through teamwork and communication. So I'm getting to apply it to real life, but I get to take a break because my schedule was crazy. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So now I got a 12-week break to woosah and really do some things and help some people out. So I'm excited. I'm ready. And I'm here. I'm ready.
That's great. That's awesome. Well, this month, lady, we got a really special theme. But before we go into that, I want to do a little brief check-in with you guys, okay? And like always, we want to be mindful of our comments because we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to share. But I definitely want you guys to jump in, okay? We got a lot of juicy stuff to talk about today. But let's do a check-in. How were things last month, or what is a jewel of wisdom? Both my grandmothers are named Jewel. Isn't that dope?
Wow.
Both my grandmothers are named Jewel. So the word jewel is very special to me. So rather than a pearl of wisdom, I want you to share a jewel of wisdom. All right. So think back last month when we talked about self-love equaling, right? Self-love equaling self-care, self-love equaling self-compassion, self-love equaling self-responsibility and accountability, self-love equaling self-preservation. Oh, we went all up in that thing. So take a moment, just a brief moment, and share with us, talk to us, let us learn from you. Like, what was your jewel of wisdom throughout that entire theme last month? What is the one thing that is sticking out to you that you are saying, you know what, I'm going to hold on to that. That's really important to me to remember when it comes to my self-love. So anybody jump on in there. What was your jewel of wisdom? Yes, dig back deep into the crates, my loves. Dig back deep into the crates because I'm sure there's something. So what is it that you all would like to share? Your jewel of wisdom from last month's theme. Anybody?
Live your life like it's golden.
Living your life like it's golden. Living your life like it's golden. Living your life like it's golden. Okay, Mama Yama, I'll take that. Yes. Beautiful. So nice to see you this morning.
And you too. You were just like a big ray of sunshine.
Yay! That was
You
my
make
goal.
you make Monday. You make Monday feel like Friday night.
Yes, that is the goal, girl. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Mama. Anybody else? Like what did you take away from the whole month of May? We had 5 Mondays in May. So I know that you learned something. So talk to us. What did you learn?
Well, I got, go ahead, Juanita.
Okay, I'll mute it quickly. So the last session, I think it was the last session, really brought it out for me. It really stayed with me over the weekend. And that's when we bathed in our magnificence. And it just resonated with me to be careful of what I magnify and be careful of how my magnetism, what my magnetism draws to me. Be careful of what I'm emanating so that I'm magnifying what needs to be magnified and I'm being magnetic with what needs to be drawn to me so that my magnificence can be more fulfilled.
All right. Thank you, Mama Juanita.
Be careful about all of that because it's so powerful and it's so real.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sheila, what would you like to share?
Yes, self-care. You know, I've been doing the exercising and around my food and just taking time out for myself and making some choices that benefits more.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So it's giving you permission, more permission to make yourself a priority, to put yourself first in some situations.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else? Who else would like to share? Danyelle, you have something to share? Mama Het, you want to share anything?
I would say since we started this series, Mondays, my mentality of Mondays doing the show has set the tone for my week. And I've noticed this whole month, you know, it's a total difference to the point where now I even have Mondays off. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is totally different. And I just noticed more focus. I noticed more clarity. I noticed I'm not reacting to situations. I just know it's so totally different. I'm like, this is a whole new ritual that, you know, I'm setting my schedule around. And, you know, the self-care portion is just reiterating, you know, the importance of doing everything that you mentioned. I'm doing my homework. Didn't get a chance to do a bath this week, but we will today. Okay. But I'm like, it's just amazing as to how it just sets the tone for everything, And I just have to say that it's amazing. It is totally amazing.
Cool.
These are principles that would carry on into this month. Seriously.
Cool beans. Okay. I like it. Thank you. Hey, Mama Razia.
Greetings.
Thank you for joining us. How you feel this morning?
Well, you know, running a little bit late.
You look like a ray of sunshine.
But I'm doing well. We're having a workout over here trying to get the yard together and get the gardens. And I forget about age until I come in.
You're supposed to forget about age, darling. That's a man-made construct.
Yes. But it was a good weekend.
That's awesome. Thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful, Mama Razia.
Yes, you do.
Oh, thank you.
And a little side note, you ain't ever late. You always right on time.
All right now. I like that.
We're
I
sharing
appreciate
today.
it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So check it. So today we are just checking in with each other, and we want to share just a jewel of wisdom that you got from last month's series of self-love equaling self-care, self-preservation, all of these beautiful things. So what is the one thing that you took away from last month's theme?
Well, I I'm trying to think of what was said that really brought this to me, but I realized that when I value myself and say, you know, I really love this, I really want this, I deserve this, something, it's like magical that happens.
Yes.
I love pecans.
Mhm.
And I've been like, well, you know, I know they're fatter, they have more fats than some of the other nuts, but I grew up in Mississippi when we had pecan groves and that. And so that's my favorite nut, pecan pie and all these things. So last week I received a bag of pecans, all different flavors, done by a Black man who has a business in South Carolina. And the sister who sent them used to live here, and we were close, and she worked with the network and all. And it was just a complete surprise. Just like, wow, just starting with the thought. So I got from this that I should be conscious about my thoughts and be conscious that I deserve things that I love. And I just need to use them with discernment, but to just feel more deserving of good things, more deserving of joy.
That's
more
powerful.
deserving of
That
perfection.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that made the series worth it for sure. Thank you, Mama Razia. That was awesome. Did you eat the pecans? You still got them?
Oh, girl. Oh, you know, there are like 6 different flavors, and I'm saying, I can't,
Oh,
you know, I
wow.
gotta save this and save this. So I've done 2 already. One was strawberry.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. All right, Miss Pam, did you want to share? Is Miss Pam there? Is she in the spirit today? Pam, you want to share what your jewel of wisdom from last month's theme was, if anything? It's okay if you're not there. All right, she's with us in spirit. Well, if you are new to this podcast, I am at Peace Makita with my lovely co-host, Danyelle Claxton. Wave, Danyelle. And you have just stepped into Mommy Mogul Mindset Mondays. Woo woo! Over here, we talk about everything mommy, whether you're nurturing a family or whether you're nurturing a business or a concept, an idea, whatever it is that you are mommying. This is the space for you to get the support and to get the encouragement, the tools that you need to be successful. Here, we also talk about being a mogul. So if you are about being grandiose and being successful in whatever you want to do. Mogul is not just about finance and money. Mogul is a mindset. Being a mommy is a mindset. Being successful, being excellent in what you do. All of that comes from here. So we want to cultivate that here. We want to encourage you to continue to be strong in your mindset, in your moves out here in this beautiful world we call life, right? And we want to make sure that we create a bond, a sisterhood, an ability to count on each other, because sometimes it does get a little difficult, but as long as we have each other. Oh. So this month, we have a whole new theme, which I'm really excited about. I meditated on this theme for like a week. I was just really like, what is June's theme? What is June's theme? I always wanted to be authentic, and I always wanted to hit home, but also be creative and be a little, you know, have a little at peace zhuzh to it, right? And so this month's theme, hopefully you have your journals out because we're going to do some work today. This month's theme is 2 women from men with love. Wow. 2 women from men with love. That is the month, that is the theme for the month of June. And that theme comes from the fact that this month is Father's Day. It's Father's Day this month. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all just think it's all about the Mother's Day, but we got Father's Day in there too. Father's Day is Sunday, June 19th, I believe. So in honor of Father's Day, the entire month of June will be dedicated to men and the men that we love and having men on our podcast. So for I have at least 2 special guests booked for this month to come share with us their wisdom and their expertise, right? So that's going to be a treat. But we want to just kind of bask in masculine energy this month. Why? Because we have both feminine and masculine energies flowing within us. And so we tap a lot into our femininity, but I thought June would be a wonderful time, with Father's Day being there, to really tap into our masculine energy as well. It's not just about the men in our lives that show up, that's important, but also tapping into our own masculinity. One of the ways we can do that is to look at our relationships with the men in our lives. And so that's what we're going to do, because we want to be balanced over here. You know, being a mom, being a mogul, being successful, having all these things going on, you want to be balanced. You don't want to be out here in these streets one way or the other. You want to have a balance in your life. And so we're going to tap into that this month. All right. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you got on your very special, caps here. And I know that we're going to get into some really great conversations this month, because this is a hot topic out in the world right now, especially among, our people, like the male-female dynamic is a little touch and go, okay? So, but we're going to take a different angle. If you notice the title, it says 2 women from men with love, all right? So here it's about, how are we empowering each other? How are we using our gifts to truly lift each other up and make each other better and bring that balance, right? So I have one of my business coaches, Juwan Buford. He will be joining us next Monday. And Juwan is a business coach. He also does, he has a blog that he hosts. He does work out in the community with other Black entrepreneurs in the city of Detroit and helping them to build their business. And so he's going to come on next week. He's going to talk to us about how to easily brand ourselves and our business. Right. So unfortunately, Shar is still caught up in school, but I didn't want to leave this part of the show empty. I had to fill it. Right. So I decided to bring in some guests to come in and fill her slot for now. And so Juwan is going to come in. He's going to talk to us about how to easily brand our business, how to easily brand ourselves, just right where we are. Right where you are with what you have. You don't have to, and that's what I love about working with him. You don't have to, have a budget. He just literally like, okay, well, where you are now. Okay, and he just can work with you in a way that is I haven't experienced. So I want to definitely share him with you guys. And then I'm really excited. We're going to have Prostel Thomas on here. Prostel is a very well-known spoken word artist in the city of Detroit. He's also been doing a lot of great work in the city when it comes to mental health, right? He just had an event over at Avalon Village a few weeks ago where they did this entire event all around mental health in our community. And so he's going to come on and just share his story about being a man of color in this country, what it was like growing up in the city of Detroit as a man of color, and just really help us to understand a little bit better the mentality of Black men and what it is that it takes to be a successful Black man in this country. He's a father, he's an entrepreneur, he's an activist. And so I just really want to share his story with all of you. And if you have someone that you would like to share with us, a man, the number one priority, he got to be a father. Okay. It's Father's Day. I know a lot of great men. I wanted to invite so many of them, like, I could invite this one, I could invite this one, I could invite this one, but they have to be a father. And so I wasn't able to invite those guys. So if you know of someone who's a father who has a great message or something that is of great value to us that he would like to share, please pass on the information. We'd love to have him on. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, Do we have any questions before we get started with the theme for this month? Does anybody have any questions, any comments? I don't want to leave you hanging before we move forward. Anybody? Go on once. Go on twice.
Queen, Heather Ruth, she wanted to say something about earlier.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Mama Het. I'm sorry. You know me, the triple fire, honey. I be just blazing through sometimes. Go for it.
All right, I had time to yawn and nobody saw.
Look pretty this morning.
Grant, thank you, thank you. Yeah, see, purple is the color of the day. Purple,
Ah,
yeah, me, Danielle, and Mama Razia.
I see.
Okay. So I wrote down. I didn't really. I wasn't here for the full last month, so I just wrote down something that stuck with me by a young lady that I was watching. She used to sing with LL Cool J, and she's living in a camper now, or she had a home that she created from a trailer or whatever. But she said her key was about being alive while living, and that really stuck with me. And another thing that I'm learning is to rest, to go to bed and not fall asleep. I'm working on that, but to go to bed intentionally, to go to bed and not to just fall asleep. So, because it's a difference between the two, especially with how you're sleeping. You wake up and you feel like you've been holding logs all night because your posture wasn't good. So just being aware of that. So that's what I wanted to share. And thank you so much. And Grand Rising, everybody.
I love it. Thank you, Mama Het. Thank you. That's what's up. Yes, it's very important to get our rest. I learned that too, actually, with the creativity and the rest. We talked about that this throughout the series. Not on this show, but on subsequent shows. So yeah, that's really important. Thank you, Mama Het, for sharing. All right, we're about to jump right on into the next part of today. Let me see, I got my notes. We checked in. All right. Now, this is the part that we've all been waiting for. This is the part where we talk about our tech world and what it is that we're doing in terms of technology. Like, how are we using this gift of a phone, of a laptop, of social media? How are we using it to our advantage? We definitely want to talk about that today. And so we have the lovely Danyelle Claxton, who is our specialist in that area. And she's going to share with you today some tidbits, some tips, and some tools on how you can use that better. So Danyelle, please share with the ladies today. How are you today?
Good this morning, even though I took a hard fall like 2 minutes before I got on camera. I'm like, okay. Let me get my bearings together. We got it together. Grounding. Yeah. We'll do some of that today. Today's tidbits I'm gonna share with you is I want to know how many of us on camera are familiar with an app called Canva. Anybody familiar with Canva? Okay, we got two. Okay, so Canva, what Canva is, it's free. They offer so much for free. They have a pro version, but the free version, you can do some things with the free version. Canva is an online graphic design. I'm gonna call it digital graphic design studio. That's exactly what it is. You can create small little banners for Facebook. You can create stories for Instagram. It's part of the branding. I guess it's gonna come on and talk about. But when you're just starting out as entrepreneurs, we wear many hats because a lot of times we don't have the money for the graphic designer, not yet, but we can create our own, whatever it is that we need right inside of Canva. I've even seen people create their own logos in Canva. Pieces created her own logo inside of Canva. Canva is an app that you can download from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. And it's there's no tutorials for Canva. It's really more so, you learn as you go. They have thousands and thousands of templates. So the beauty about it is, yes, Queen Aduni.
I wanted to say, do you want to, I can give you the power so you can, go to Canva and show us?
Yes.
Okay. I will
go to my screen.
Let me, make you a co-host here.
But I will say Canva has been a game changer probably for the last 5-6 years for the small business person, because it's given us a chance to actually make our work look more professional on a dime. That's the beauty about it. It's made it so much easier until we get to the point where we can hire that graphic designer to do all of our, flyers and marketing and everything for us. We can do it ourselves. And did you give me? Oh, she has.
You have the power.
I have the power.
You got
Okay.
the power.
So can everybody see my screen? Because I'm actually inside of my Canva where I create all the time. The beauty about Canva also is that you can start a creation on your phone, and then you can easily go into your go switch up to your iPad, your tablet, or your PC, and your design is still there, and you can finish it up on your computer, or vice versa. You can start on the computer and you can finish it up on your phone. So it is a total game changer as to being able to it's in the cloud. My mama has said it's in the cloud. It's cloud based. So if you start on one device, you can finish on another device, and you can just keep rolling.
We don't see it yet.
You don't see it yet? I don't think. Did you give me power?
I did.
This is weird. Oh, screen share. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the back office of my Canva, and I'll show you some things that I've done. As anything from as simple as I did a digital birthday card for my partner, just because I was like, oh, I want to do something a little special. And if it would show up, there we go. Make this a little bit bigger. Oh, didn't mean to make it that big. But this is something that I did plug and play, took a template. If you see over here, here's the template. Pulled the template over, did the drop the picture, added my text, sent this out on a post on Facebook. It took me less than 5 minutes to do this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really one of the things that you just have to play around with it. I'm constantly on Canva because I'm constantly creating something, and I like it because I get to get my creative juices out for my business or for another client's business. My computer is running a little slow. This flyer right here I did for our segment, Mommy Mindset Mogul Mondays. It's going to come up. And once again, it's just a whole bunch of templates. If you upload your picture and play around with the what is it? Play around with the design. You guys see this? All I did was just plug in the picture, and once I got the basic information, because I had to do it for a piece, started with that piece, and then I was able to copy it and do the same thing for me. Well, that's a different one, but it's pretty much I just copied it and put the same thing down there. They even have it set up where, get this, you can add video and text together. And I had to reach out to don't be afraid to ask questions. If you see somebody doing something, ask them, how did you do that? I had a belly dance friend that added video to her. She added video to a digital flyer. And I'm like, how did you do that? She said, I did it in Canva. As soon as she told me how she did it in Canva, I went to Canva and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for myself. So now I'm gonna let it come up. The whole thing. You guys see it?
Yeah.
This is actually interactive. Hit play. I don't know why. And I also got my QR code too. That's another lesson. Hey, I do want to preview my video. But once again, you can see the flat, you can see the template that I got it from, and then I edited. There we go. Now I got video in a digital form. So this is going, I can post this on Facebook. I can post this on Instagram. I could save it on my phone. I could send it to somebody. This is done inside of Canva.
Wow.
Good. He said, I'll fly. I said, well, do you fly commercial?
So how can I say this? The creativity is endless. You can get as creative as you want in here because they make it so easy. They make it so easy. I love Canva because, like I said, with the templates and the dropping of the what is it? Your videos or your pictures, you can create anything. You can create anything. And I swear I can sit here for hours just creating content. It's also good to create content for your show, for your classes, for whatever it is that you're selling. This is an easy way for you to do this yourself so that you can, continue to brand and market yourself. You do have to upload your pictures. And then, yes, there is pictures about, I had of my scalp, hair and scalp that I did for a flyer of mine. The QR codes, but let's go back to getting our money. Cash App has a QR code that you can go into the Cash App and actually collect your QR code. You can collect your QR code from PayPal. Put this on your digital marketing, especially if you're selling something. Make it easy for that person to click on that. Capture that QR code and send you the money for whatever, counseling, what is it? Session, whatever it is that you're selling. You could put it on your digital flyer and make it easy for people to get at you. This QR code right here goes to my link tree. Just snap it, go to it, and do what for belly dance. They can go and select belly dance and go ahead and just get registered. So all this is just a way of making things easier. And I do have to do a segment on how to create your QR code. So I'm mentally writing that down. Because the QR code we learned during the pandemic was how the restaurants were able to go paperless with their menus. People just snapped, went to a website, selected what they want, and business kept going on. Paperless. QR codes are designed to do that. They make it a lot easier for people to get access to you. So if you haven't done your link tree yet, that would be your homework assignment for this week, is to go back and create your link tree. And then when we come back next Monday, we're going to create our QR codes and link them together. So now you have a QR code that will go directly to your link tree, and your link tree will take you to all the many facets that of you, of what you're selling or what you're doing or where you're at, how people can contact you. And it just makes it a lot easier for people to get access to you. I'm gonna take a quick second to see if anybody has any questions for me on anything that I just said, because I knew I just threw a lot at you all at once.
Danyelle, I just wanted to add, I had a friend that was helping me with talking about digital, what do you call this? Digital
Digital marketing?
business card? Okay, digital marketing cards or whatever. She was saying that it's good to change your photos. She said people get bored with photos after like 3 months. So she said every 3 months you need to change some dynamics on your media. I'll call it. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, think about it like changing up seasons. Think about it like how we change our outfits, our hair. And so think about it every quarter or as the seasons change, you want to change it up. So, I usually use green for spring, but now that we're going into summer, my next color might be all yellow. I'm feeling yellow for summer. Right. So that's an excellent idea. That's excellent. Good advice, Het, and that's absolutely true. People do get tired of looking at you the same way. So, change it up.
Yeah. And what else I was going to mention about the cards. Oh, and it's really fun. It's user friendly. If you haven't learned how to, add videos and pictures, you know, this is a time to learn because it's really it's easy once you learn it. We didn't know how to walk when we got here and we learned how to do that. So I don't want to hear, I don't know. We can learn anything, you know, anything that's worth, especially when it's time to help boost yourself and get yourself, because I have an issue with asking for money. That is a thing for me. So being able to put that QR code and say, if you'd like to, you know, for donations or something like that, I feel a little bit more less pressure to say that as opposed to say, okay, it's $15. You know, you need to, you know, some people that's not a difficult thing for, but for me, I have an issue with asking for fun. I don't know what that is, but that'll make it easier for me to say, don't love donations. That feels comfortable, and then put that QR code up there. So yeah,
I love it.
think
Heck,
that's
you're not alone with that at all. I'm the same way. And Queen of Doonies, we talk about it all the time. Like, it just don't feel right to ask for money, but
right.
you
Get your
gotta
money.
pay hey, DTE ain't got a problem. So
Okay.
don't work it out. But I love Canva. Like Danyelle said, Canva has changed the game for my business. Listen, it allows you, first of all, the variety on there is just crazy. Okay.
Mhm.
Like, you literally can create whatever you need for your business for free. Like,
And
that's the part
I-
that's really crazy. And
just look over. I'm just showing you all the templates that are for
I was just
free.
about to say
I'm
that
just
the
going
templates-
all the templates for free.
I was just about to say the templates that they have are amazing. Like, the library that they have, you would have to pay for that anywhere else. So I say definitely use Canva as much as you can, because who knows, they might go up on the price one day, you know. But right now you get quality stuff super easy. I mean, super cheap, and it's easy to use too. So
Mhm.
that was a good one.
Yeah, I made the flyers that we have from Canva.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really love it. And I did make a video as well. And it was easy. It really was easy. So
Mhm.
very user friendly.
Yes.
I mean, I have stuff that I've started. I've been using Canva for years. You can create magazine. You can create a digital magazine in Canva. You can create digital content by which to make money off of. Like, you can create a simple 10-page recipe book, raw vegan recipe book in Canva, and sell it for $5.
Yep.
I'm just throwing ideas out here.
Mhm.
You can create digital journals and sell them for $5. To have, people are going towards having digital content for people to just pick up and grab and use, and they're using Canva to do this. You can create what is it, flyers. Like, I know I use this one. I'll show you a digital flyer for vision boards, because I do enjoy facilitating vision board making. Took a picture of an old vision board that I did and did something simple. You can be as simple as you want, and you can also be as creative as you want. You do want to keep things simple, like don't go too overboard with the colors and everything like that. I hosted a virtual visual board workshop. Yeah, and this is the flyer. This is one of my actual pictures of my actual vision board. This is and I use this to post this on Facebook. You can always go back in and change the date. Once you create something too, you can also reuse content too. So you can go back in and change the date. And now, like, if I want to do something for, what is it? Summer equinox, summer solstice. I'm sorry, summer solstice. All I gotta do is just change the date and re-put it out there. And something as simple as this will, what is it? Will get you there. But like I said, I want to say create digital content, something that people can go and get for $5. That way, you always have $5, coming to you for something. You can create. That's the biggest thing, and that's something that I know I'm working on personally. It's probably a social media journal, so that people can start getting, tracking. For small business people to start tracking and getting used to doing things. Sorry. What they're doing for their business, including a social media content calendar, which is that is coming up in another segment, another series as well. My cousin asked me, hey, you did something for the family reunion. Can we use that again? I was like, sure, we can just change the date. And so this is something that I created for a family reunion. Like, you know what? Here's a reminder. This is what we're doing. And I took old pictures and just added something simple. I did it for each branch of my family. So that's an aunt, that's a great grandfather, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, how did you do that? I'm like,
Beautiful.
did it in Canva.
Beautiful.
So that you can not just for business, you could use it for family reunions or, you know, birthdays or anything that you're planning. It just makes that extra layer of specialness, you know, to do what you need to do.
Yeah,
So,
Danielle, can I throw this in that when you have, you know, you have your website or, well, I don't know if you can do it from a page from on Facebook, your business page, but one of the things that you want to be able to give away so that people get information before you know, so that they can get to know you more, is to create stuff like this with the information, because you can have the front page as your beautiful color, or, you know, the information or the title. And then they're able to get something free from you, because when you're giving away things free, you're giving away information and stuff. And you can put that on, and you can use like Canva to create it. And then people just come on, they don't have to pay anything. They get it for free in order to find out more about this, that, or the other, or this particular recipe. Download this recipe, and they come into your website more in order to find out more information or get something free or learn more about you. And when you have, it's the same thing with your website, not having it, you know, I mean, changing it every so often, putting something new on the front. But that is like, Canva is really, really, really just, you know, download it, you know, and play with it, just play with it. That's the main thing in when we are intimidated by all the stuff that's available on the computer for you to do all kind of different programs. Just play with it. You know, go in there and play, you know. And they have on YouTube, they've got instructions for everything.
oh, YouTube is the best. YouTube
Google,
is the number
Google
one.
it, as they say, Google it.
YouTube is the number one research search engine. People think it would be Google, but no, it's actually YouTube, because there's a tutorial for everything. On YouTube.
Mhm.
Good, and that's an excellent example. And you can not only, the images that you create in Canva are not just great for your website, they're great for your social media presence as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use an example of what I did recently 2 weeks ago. I took a video, something that I was doing, and I realized, hey, you know, I was dealing with something, didn't even realize I was dealing with it, with the products that I promote. And I'm like, oh, this is perfectly targeted towards cosmetologists, natural hairstylists, people who deal with hair and scalp. And I'm like, here's my testimony about my hair and my scalp. I took this image right here and I posted it, created a TikTok, posted on a TikTok, also created what's called a reel. Now, Instagram and Facebook have something called reels, which are the same thing as TikTok. When we get to that part, I will explain everything. Same exact thing. It's video, it's content. They just call it something different. And if you don't realize that Facebook owns Instagram, so whatever you post to one social media site, it automatically goes to the other one if they're tied together. So that's a beautiful thing. But I put it up there, put a little music to it. Now it's a video. I got over, last time I checked, there's over 800 views of this flyer as a video on TikTok, and over 1,000 views on Facebook Reels. And I was like, oh, well, I just put it out there and I just let it go. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Okay. So you could also create your digital content, add music to it, turn it to a video, post it to TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And then now you're capturing viewers and customers from several different sites all at once. And also with one post too. We'll get to that. But you can create everything in Canva. What is it? And then post it to social media sites. So you can, and I definitely use that. The ones that have the videos that I put in there, I definitely do specifically for social media to put it out there. Just let it get out there. Because the more people see you active, the more your product, your brand, you know, they get to see you, the more, you know, they're going to become a customer and a repeat customer. And, you know, you want people to share your content to other people to gain more people and vice versa. So Canva definitely makes it a lot easier to do. And if you're the type of person who do need a tutorial, just type in Canva, you know, how to create a video digital flyer, or how to create postcard. Like I created a brochure in Canva. Just little things or anything in my mind can come up with. I do it right inside of Canva.
Danny has a question or a statement.
Yes, Danny.
Hello, everyone. Hello. This is awesome and wonderful information. But I did want to ask about the music. There had been some, if you use a music of particular artists, whatever it is, they would take the videos down. So how do you get around adding, you know, maybe a song or something by a particular artist that you want, and not have your posting removed?
So the general rule is you can use 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay.
If you go past 30 seconds, I did that with one video. I went a minute. Facebook muted the last half of that minute because I kind of forgot. So, and then also when I take my digital image and let's say I do it, I add music through TikTok. TikTok has music that's already licensed for TikTok users, and it's already set at about 30 minutes to a minute because it's licensed through TikTok. So if you use music that's already licensed inside the app, you won't get cut off. But I have heard that there's different licensings for TikTok and for Instagram, and that cutoff may still happen. But if you keep it at 30 seconds, you should be able to cross both borders between TikTok and Instagram.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Juanita has a question.
Juanita?
Okay, so just in relation to Danny's question, and that's great input. I didn't know about the 30 seconds and the licensing, but I just wanted to share something that I've done. That we got a powerhouse of artists available in the Detroit community, and I've gotten permission from Phil Hale, Sheila's husband, and from Galen McKinney to use their music. They're awesome musicians, and I use it for my Silver Sneakers fitness classes. So the Silver Sneakers classes range from yoga type to to real relaxing music to real pumped up music for my cardio classes. And so I've been able to get a really nice variety of music just by asking the musicians that I know for their permission to use their music. I usually, will buy the CD or whatever if it's available for sale, and pick which cuts I want to use. Another thing is, Danyelle, have you explored the royalty-free music on YouTube? But you can kind of Google royalty-free. Not really.
A lot of times, and I'll be honest, because a lot of stuff that I do like on the fly, while I'm on the go, while I'm in the moment, while I'm present in the moment, to capture that moment right then and there. So I usually use the music that is currently available from those two apps for the convenience because it's already there. Now that I have a little bit more free time in my schedule, I may be able to download music and try to, the thing about it is getting it uploaded. What I'm noticing, I am finding brand new music through these apps. I'm always finding new music through these apps. And one thing that I can say, because I want to use more Detroit artists, I love Philip's music. I want to use Philip's music because I absolutely love what he does. Is to get some of these independent artists to get their music uploaded into these apps as well, so that we can use them, because that brings exposure to them. There is a whole new phenomenon with TikTok, and there's a whole new, how can I say this? TikTok has changed the name of the game as to how artists are being found and finding followers based on their music. There is pop music that becomes popular on TikTok from millions of people using it for their videos that's now gaining new followers. Like, they're getting popular on TikTok before getting played on the radio. And it's changing the game as to how people are finding new music. You used to have to find new music by being played on the radio or being shown up in a special playlist or something like that through Apple Music or Spotify or some music, Pandora, some music streaming program. Now music is getting popular by its use on TikTok.
That's great to know.
And
I just wanted to mention also that I have given Galen and Phil a stipend, just based on, the frequency of using their music and how much I've earned from the classes that I've used the music, and just a small stipend because I'm not in a position to pay them what it's worth, the millions that their music is worth. I'm not in a position to pay that, but I have given them a stipend.
That's amazing. Like I said, I'm gonna take a look into the music royalty, the free music on YouTube. And I'm definitely gonna figure out some way of getting some of that music onto my content as well.
Great information. Thank you for all your sharing. It's really helpful.
No problem. So, do we have any more questions? I was trying to find the reel on Facebook, but I have to say that for another day, because I do all the videos, little short videos that I do for TikTok, I do upload to my reels, I'm sorry, for Facebook. So I will show you that next week as to how all that, what is it? How it all goes, how it all flows. But yeah, Canva, I do encourage each and every one of you just to go in. You can get a Canva account for free. Just go in and just create something. It could be something as far as happy birthday. It could be, what is it? A digital flyer. Put your picture on there. Say I love you. Just create something. See how easy it is to create something. Is there any more questions that we have? Okay. Well, if not, I'm gonna turn it back over to Ed Peace.
All right. Thank you, Danyelle. That was some good stuff. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I know you guys got something out of that, like for sure. So thank you, Danyelle. And that was really great information that you all need. Thank you for reminding me about Linktree. I got homework to do. I did not do my Linktree yet, but I got some homework to do. So yes, thank you all so much. Thank you, Danyelle, for that. I appreciate it. It's 9 o'clock, Mama had said.
Yes. Well, it's 9 o'clock, my beautiful Facebook and YouTube people, family. Listen, 9 o'clock, we switch over to Zoom only, but we invite you to continue this conversation with us. If you go to elizabethvisionaryconference.org and just hit on the link that says Zoom, and you'll be able to join us. And you can use that same link all the time, Monday through Friday, all the time. All right, everybody, say bye.
Bye. See you in Zoom.
Hi.
All right, ladies. Let's get busy. If you joined us kind of later in the middle of the show, or if you just joined us, we are going to discuss for this month of June a theme that is very important, I think is very important in terms of balancing our masculine and feminine energy. And in honor of Father's Day, we are going to dedicate the month of June to men. We're going to open the platform to men. We're going to have some special guests. And the theme for this month is called To Women from Men with Love. All right. So these are some very loving, empowering, encouraging conversations that we're going to have. But before we actually have a guest on, I thought it would be important for us to get our mental and our emotional bodies in tune with the series that is coming up. Like we said earlier, the dynamic between men and women is something that's been very sensitive out in the world as of late. And I think all of us, because I really admire and respect each one of you on the platform. I know a little bit, or I've touched a little you all in some way, or I've experienced you enough to realize that, you know, you have already a level of maturity and a level of wisdom when it comes to this topic. But I do feel as though we as a collective have a perspective, or we have a view on this topic that we can share that the rest of the world could actually benefit from. I think from your maturity and from your wisdom of what you already know about men, about relationships, about how your interaction relates to you and to the world, I really think that we have something to give to the conversation that maybe other people haven't really thought about, you know? So we're going to tap into that and hopefully come up with some more jewels of wisdom that we can share with other women or our family or other people out in the world. So as always, we're going to do a meditation first. Make sure you have your journals next to you, because after the meditation, you want to write down whatever downloads you bring back with you, as well as for the lesson that we do today. So go ahead and prepare yourself for this guided meditation, this journey that we are about to take together. So make sure that you are comfortable wherever you are. Go ahead and get comfortable. Make sure that you are in a position that you want to be in, lying down or sitting up. Go ahead and straighten your back. Drop those shoulders down, straighten up the spine. Just be for a moment like a tree. Just be in the moment. There's no right or wrong in this moment. It just is. It's no right, it's no wrong. It just is. So we are going to reflect and tap into the isness of life for about 7 minutes. See if I can get my music going here. And as you prepare for meditation, it's always a good idea to do like just a brief check-in. So just breathing normally and just asking yourself the question, how do I feel in this moment? And actually listening to the answer. Hold on one second. All right. And just asking yourself, how do I feel in this moment? And really listening to the answer. Not judging it as right or wrong, just listening and allowing it to pass. And that's kind of the energy that we're going to embody for the next few moments. We're going to be like a tree, and we're just going to be present in the moment. We're going to allow whatever comes to us to come to us, and then to gently pass through us, right? So we're not going to hold on to anything in these next few moments. We're just going to allow everything to just be. All right. So as you're sitting or lying there comfortably, feel what that feels like to just be. and to allow the sound of my voice to come to you, and then allow the words and the sound to pass through you, and you still be present and in this moment. We allow, or we give ourselves permission to share our energy. That's a choice that we make, to give our attention away or give our attention to a particular thing. So in these next few moments, choose yourself. Choose to give yourself your undivided attention. Feel what that feels like, to not have to give yourself away to anyone or anything in this particular moment, and to just be. Feel what that feels like for a few moments, okay? So as you're sitting or lying comfortably in your space, take mental note of the energy that you feel around you and how that is coming into you. Do you feel anxious? Do you feel a little nervous? Or do you feel grounded? Do you feel rooted in where you are? And so as you inhale, preferably through your nose, and as you exhale out your mouth, through that exhale, allow yourself to ground. Bring that energy down towards the earth. Allow gravity to do its job, which is to pull us now closer to the core of the earth. Inhaling and exhaling. Now give yourself a moment to connect with your thoughts, just as they are. What are you thinking about? Take a moment to just think about what you're thinking about. And as the thoughts pass, allow them to pass like clouds that pass in the sky. When you look at clouds in the sky, you just observe them and you just allow them to be. So that's what we're going to do for a few moments. You're going to be an observer of your thoughts. And you're just going to allow your thoughts to just be what they are. They are not right. They are not wrong. Whatever you're thinking, it just is. But you have the power to just watch your thoughts go by and choose which thoughts you want to give your attention away to, which thoughts you want to keep, and which ones are meant to be discarded. So we're going to practice that in this moment. And as you become an observer of your thoughts, just watch them pass, like clouds passing in the sky. And be mindful of their effect on your energy. How do they make you feel? Do certain thoughts bring your energy down in a frequency that's uncomfortable? Or are you having thoughts that elevate your frequency, that raise it up, that you feel very comfortable in? And thirdly, where's the balance in those two frequencies? The lower frequency and the upper frequency. Where's the balance? Inhaling through the nose, gently exhaling out your mouth, feeling gravity do its job. Feeling yourself being pulled closer to the core of Mama Earth. Now, as certain sounds and life experience happens around you, take mental note of it, whatever it might be, and give it permission to be a part of the music, part of the dance. And when it's time for it to pass, allow it to pass. Inhaling through the nose, gently exhaling out the mouth, allowing our spine to elongate, our shoulders to drop back, opening our heart chakra. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing our heart chakra to open and flower naturally. Inhaling and exhaling. I want you to ask yourself the question, what am I thinking about? And then just watch. What thoughts bubble up? What thoughts begin to pass by? Just observe. Using your breath as your anchor, inhaling through the nose and gently exhaling out the mouth. Take a moment and I want you to contemplate the question, who do you love? Who do you love? And as this thought passes by, be very aware of who comes up for you. Tap into that energy of that moment, that experience that lets you know, I love this person, and this person loves me. How do you know this person loves you? And how do you know you love this person? Inhaling through the nose, gently exhaling out the mouth. There is no wrong answer. So as you contemplate the question, who do I love? I'll give you a moment here to just play with the thoughts that come up. Just play with the energy for a moment. Allow it to come to you, holding on to nothing. Allow it to come to you and then gently pass through you. I'll give you a few moments here and I will watch the time. Enjoy your journey. When you are ready, in your own time, feel yourself coming back to the third dimension. Feel yourself coming back to 3D, slowly and gently, taking your time. Feel what it feels like to move in your own time as you gently and slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. It's very important that you take your time coming back. Don't rush that process. When you're ready, in your own time, slowly open your eyes. And as you look around, see everything as if you're seeing it for the very first time. Because you are. It's a brand new moment. Nothing is the same as it was in the past. The past was 5 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, 30 seconds ago is the past. Inhaling and gently exhaling, taking your time, slowly and gently bringing yourself back to 3D. And when you are ready, grab your pen and your paper and jot down those downloads that came back with you. Jot down those thoughts that wanted to linger and stick around. Go ahead and write them down. There's a message in there for you. I'll give you a few moments to do that. Thirty seconds. time. All right. Welcome back to this reality. Welcome back. Who do I see? Welcome back. All right. Some people took some journeys out here in this world, in this meditation. So if you would like to share your journey with us, any messages that you may have brought me back, any self-discoveries or realizations, please share with the rest of us. We want to know.
I will.
Hey, Head.
I hope I can get through this.
Okay. All right. We are here with you. We are here with you, girl.
I seem to have ran back from the space that I was in to write down what I had to write down because I just became so full.
Mm.
And I wrote down I wrote down myself because I'm just in joy of being able to create so much. And sometimes it's like I can take nothing and make something out of it. And I enjoy that about myself. And then I thought about my partner who just provides the space and the room for me to be creative in however that looks. If I want to be upside down hanging from a tree in a trapeze, you know, he's okay, he's cool with that. He's like, but be careful.
Right.
But he gives me that space that I need to be whatever it is I am. Even when I'm not the best person, I still have that space here. And I really appreciate that. And then my last one was that I enjoy the earth that I can just grow in anywhere on this planet. And I just really enjoy that. So that's what I want.
Thank you, honey. You got through it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. It was beautiful. Anybody else would like to share? What was your journey like? What do you have back to share and to bring? What do you have to share with Mama Het? Because she feeling it right now. Anybody?
I'd like to share
Go for it.
that for the first time during during this meditation, I had a thought and I said, wow, I love my daughters, Kabibi and Tabia, with such an unconditional, unquestioning love. And I just remembered that I did not receive a Mother's Day card from either of them this past Mother's Day. And it was really okay. I didn't even have any feelings, oh, they didn't send me a card or what's going on or anything, because I know they love me.
That's right. That's right.
And I just hadn't even thought about it until during this meditation, and the
Now
thought just came. Yeah. So
that's
thank you
power.
for that.
You're welcome. That's power. That's love. That's one of my favorite. If anybody who really, really knows me, they know that I love Bruce Lee. I love me some Bruce Lee. Oh my God, God rest his soul. And one of the most powerful stories I ever heard was him and his wife. They've been together all those years. They've been through a lot. They have, I think, 2 children. And the day that he passed away on a movie set. So he's on his way, running up the steps on his way to the set. And he kisses his wife and he runs up the steps and she says, I love you. And he stops, he turns around and he says, I love you too. And she said, I know. What was so powerful about that moment was that out of all the years they had been together, the first time he ever said it out his mouth, I love you, was the moment before he passed away. She knew that he loved her all those years. He had never said it, but she knew it because of how he treated her all those years. So thank you, Mama Razia and Mama Het for sharing that. That's very special. All right, anyone else would like to share? Going once, because we're about to move on to the next segment. So if you'd like to share, please do so. Going
I'd
twice.
like to share.
All right, come on with it.
It's probably will seem weird to you, but
No.
that's how my
Ooh,
mind
Mama
flows.
Yaba.
My grandson said yesterday that I was different.
That's a great thing in these days. Be as
So,
different as you can.
well, in the meditation, it came to my mind. Where am I? Whew. A couple of things. You told us first. The thing about what came to my mind was the family. I love my family as the building blocks of who and what I am. I don't see them individually. I see them collectively. It doesn't mean I don't know that they're individuals. I'm not like the person who says I don't see color. I see them. And this weekend I was home to a funeral for one of my cousins, one of my babies, I call them, because I'm the oldest of the females in the family. And so I saw everybody coming and I saw them growing up. So when I got up to speak, I think I got possessed or something because I wasn't intending on saying what I said. Yeah, right.
Know how the spirit move.
So my family, the elders who have now gone, created the person that you see before you by the way they taught me. So it came to me, and then it came, practice the reality of your spirituality through the awakening and strengthening of the root and guru chakras. Now, the guru chakra came first, that thought. And then the root chakra came. No, the root chakra came first and the guru chakra. And that's what I wrote down. Guru chakra centers between the eyebrow and the crown. And it is experienced in the forehead. It is used to purify the mind, to bring down spiritual truths. So I related that back to the thought that had come to me about the family. I said, wow, well, that was definitely a spiritual truth. Gu means darkness and Ru means light. Which brought me to where you all are with this thing about June. And June is the double sign of the astrological symbology of male and female, dark and light.
Shut up.
Shut up, for
girl.
real.
I ain't even know.
Guru is the light that dispels the darkness of ignorance.
Period.
Yes. And I was married to a Gemini, extremely brilliant. That's what attracted me to him in the first place. Straight A student, physics, that was his thing. He could do a physics problem all on the board, all around the whole room. And the teacher would have to learn from him. But at the same time, he had the other side going too. And that was the side that I didn't at that time understand that was the challenge God had brought to me through him for my own growth. Because usually when we're in these relationships, we think that the person ought to be another way because we do not realize how God moves the energy through our lives. But I know now. Guru is the higher knowledge itself. It may operate through a person. It's not a person. Guru chakra is the doorway to that knowledge, to the wisdom and guidance of the teacher within. That's what I got.
I say, girl, that's some powerful stuff. Guru chakra. I never even heard of a guru chakra.
Right. They don't talk about that one. They basically talk about the basic 7 ones from the root, to the top of your head.
Wow, that is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. The guru chakra. And I got a tattoo on my guru chakra.
That's why you got it there. See, you didn't know that's what it was.
No.
But we know. You know everything. We just don't have that other knowledge of it.
Yes, yes. I was just being obedient. Spirit
There
said,
you
do
go.
it. I did. I just say, hey, okay, that's what y'all want.
Well, you
Okay.
you said being obedient, and
I was
this is
just
something.
being obedient. I came out of meditation. Spirit was like, just showed me a visual of myself. This was years ago. I don't think was I living in Detroit? Yeah, I was living in Detroit. And it came, and I, whenever it comes, you got to be obedient. You never know. Same as my name. Like I didn't know the power of it or what was going to come from it. So the Guru Chakra. All right. I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you, Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else want to share their meditation? We'll take one more person before we move on to the lesson. Anybody? Hey, Mama Hawa. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
How you doing? I said I was going to make it on a Monday. It was hard, but I make it on a Monday.
Period. That's all that matters, sis.
I got to do it. Hey, y'all got to be with me in the yard. I wish I was here in the physical because I got work for you.
Honey, I wish I was too, because it looked like it's hot and pretty there.
Woo! It's warm. That's why you got to get it done early.
I love it. Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Today,
baby.
we're talking about balancing our masculine and feminine energy through a series this month called To Women from Men with Love. So this month, we will be having some men who will be our guests. They'll be sharing their wisdom and expertise. But today, we're going to talk about the men that we love, or the particular man that we love, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, we're going to tap in, boo. We're going to tap in, because how masculine shows up and expresses itself, usually, generally, is through a man. It's not always. We'll talk about that on another show, honey. But in general, our masculine, whatever masculine stuff we have going on, is going to show up in our relationship to men, to the masculine energy, right? And so today we're going to just have a more candid and more intimate look into that for ourselves, right? I'm an Aries, so I'm all about the self, right? So that's what we're going to tap into today. Now, the beauty of this, or the importance of this, that I really want you all to take into account, is that when I say, what man do you love? I'm not just talking about your lover. I'm not just talking about your romantic partner. We all, usually that's exactly where all of us go, right? We go right to that. Oh, my boo, my husband, my boo thing, like whatever it is. But I want us to go deeper, because we're talking about energy, right? We're talking about a masculine archetype, right? So in the masculine archetype of your life, really search your heart. And I'm talking about that agape love. I'm talking about that love that is unconditional, no matter what. And it's true only for you. All right. Don't have to be true to me. Don't have to be true to society. It's only true to you. So I want you to go within for a moment. And I really want you to contemplate this question. Who do I love? That is masculine. That is a man. Who do I love? And you can only pick one person. That's the trick of this. You can't say, oh, I love. It can be your partner. It can be your brother. It can be your uncle. It can be your son. It could be a coworker. I don't know how you living. It could be whoever, but this person represents the masculine archetype in your life. And this is where you connect your masculine energy to. This is where you connect and say, this is a valuable expression of masculinity in my life, right? So go ahead and take a moment, search your soul a little bit, write it down so you can make sure you get it all out, and really just take a moment. Who do you love? How do you know you love them? And how do you know they love you? Do they love you back? These are the type of questions I want you to ask yourself, and write down the answers. I'll give you just a moment to do that.
Peace, what was the 3 questions again?
Who do you love? How do you know you love him? And does he love you? And if he does, how do you know he loves you?
I'm ready.
All right, Mama Yaba. Okay, girl.
I've
I'm
been
gonna give
on earth a
everybody
long
one more
time.
minute. I'm gonna give everybody one more minute and then we'll share. Thirty seconds. All right. If you'd like to share this first segment, who do you love? How do you know you love them? How do you know they love you? Go for it. Who said they were ready? Is that Mama Yaba?
It is I.
Hit it, Mama Yaba. Who do you love and how do you know they love you?
I love my father.
Ashe.
How do I know that? How do I know that he loves me?
Yes.
Because now that I'm grown, he's gone. And I look, my mind automatically, after you reach a certain age, especially the 70s, your mind automatically goes back over your whole life. And so when my mind looked back over it, to me, I saw how he sacrificed teaching me, because I was very fired up. My head was always hot. And he helped me come out of that. Stubborn, meaning determined. And I don't want to even use that word stubborn. Stubborn meaning determined. He guided me through that process. So I know he had to love me to put up with me in the first place. How do I know that I love him? Because I act just like him. The men I've chosen in my life have all been a reflection of some aspect of him. Looking back over my life, I know that. My father was a hunter. He also was out in the backyard chopping wood. He was a yard man. He was a family man. He loved to take us on trips. So guys that I had relationships with, they either had one or two of those qualities.
That's beautiful. They had a very hard act to follow, it sounded like.
Yes, they did. And then when I was getting a reading over the phone by this young man who does spiritual readings over the phone, and he good too. And he was talking about my root chakra. And he said, you give a man a hard time.
Thank you for
When they
bringing
come
that
out
up.
of it, they
Yes.
better.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, masculine energy is housed in our root chakra. So that's another way that you can tap into your masculine. How is it circulating? What's happening there? Is it healthy? Does it need a little nurturing? Very, very important. Thank you, Mama Yaba. All right, so does anyone else like to share? You don't have to, there's no pressure, but I always want to give you an opportunity. And if not, we can move on to the next segment.
I would like to share.
Okay.
Because this is really cathartic for me. It is my dad, and how I know he loved me is loves me. I like the way you put that, Mama Ayaba. Even though our dads are gone, he still love us, and that was a realization for me, Mama Ayaba. Thank you. The way I know he loves me, from when I was a child, he was more in the nurturing role a lot of the times, because a lot of times he might have been out of work at the time that my mom was working, and he was so good at in that nurturing role, cleaning my butt when I was little bitty, and doing my hair and cook some awesome meals, and never left the house without saying, I love you. And for him to tolerate me playing in the hair on his arms, somebody playing in the hair on your arms for just sitting there for hours, that's got to be aggravating. And he tolerated me just, bro, I would just be in daddy heaven, just rubbing my fingers in the hair on his arm, but he never acted like it was. And how I know, whoo, bear with me.
Yeah. Come on, tap in.
Ooh, how else I know he loved me
Yes, yes.
was when he never beat me, but when he hit me to knock the hell out of me, I can look back on it now, it's because he loved me. And even in him setting the house on fire with us in it, I can recognize the love in it because things were not the best and he would rather not have it at all rather than it not be what he knew it could and should be. And the jazz, hearing him play that piano, the love that he put into the music that he played in the house, that's the love that is bringing my healing now through jazz. How I know I love him is just the thought of him. It touches every fiber of my being. And I measure any man against all the good qualities that my dad demonstrated. And I tell you, so many men just do not measure up to his level of cleanliness, orderliness, discipline, faithfulness. It's a hard act to follow. But how I know I love him is that, let me go back to how I know he loved me, because the house I'm living in right now is a house my dad left to us. So even though he burnt down the house that him and my mom were buying, I think they had one more payment to go to pay the house off, and set the house on fire where we were living with my grandma right now. And over the past, since he left, since I took occupancy in 2005, the house he left is the house that has been the anchor and the root for me and my kids. So, every day I'm reminded your daddy loved you. So, but how I know I love him is because of just, like I said, his presence. When I think of him, I feel him in every fiber of my being. And just how, I think I'll leave it at that, because if I start analyzing the other parts of it, it's gonna mushroom and I'll be all over the place with it. So, yep, my daddy.
For sharing that. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me. Thank you for bringing this up, because evidently I needed to get it out.
Yep. Thank you for your vulnerability. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, Mama Hawa.
I don't know how to describe this brother. People come into your life for a meaning, a reason, a season, and he ain't left yet. And it's been over 20 something years.
Yeah. He's your lifetime, a season, a reason, or a lifetime. He's your lifetime.
And we get along and we don't. But I know he loves me. Well, let me back up. I know I love him because in the beginning, yes, it was a different type of love, almost like a forbidden type of love. But then it's like a plant, you outgrew that. And we kept going higher, higher. He's an artist, I'm an artist. We have the physical things in common, but we have the spiritual things in common. I make him so angry, he make me so angry. But when I can think of him, like he probably will call, he can do the same thing. And he would introduce me to someone that he is dating. He will always want me to feel them. It's almost like a kindred spirit, like we're one. Like he's a Cancer, and I'm.
Uh-oh, Mama, you muted, honey.
my balance. And no matter how I say I'm done, I'm through, I'm gonna get rid of you, he ain't gonna hit. Why? I used to curse him out, tell him off, and it's like it don't penetrate. He's like, okay, you just having a moment. And he would do the same thing, and I say, yeah, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I don't know how to even connect all this. We're just there. It's just, I think there's like, I can count them on one hand how many people I can think of, and they will call. I can think of him, and he will call. He'll call me when he knows that I'm in distressed or duressed, or, he just knows. And the same thing, I can feel him that I will call and check on him. We sit in meditation. It's all the other little stuff that connects us, because we can sit in the middle in the yard in the dark with the moon, and he understand. He's really balanced when it comes to the male female energy, and he lets you know that he is balanced like that. His female energy, male energy, and same thing. We're so in alignment. Again, we can sit there and vibe and meditate. We can come together and something say, hey, let's take off our shoes and go by the water. And he's that type of person that would do it, or suggest it, or we both would think of like, dang, I thought of that too. You did too? It's like, yes, we have our physical that would, if I had to flip all this back and say, would I marry him? No. It's just, he can't fit in my world, my physical world, but the spiritual world, when it's time for him to arrive, he arrived, and vice versa, and no matter what, he's there. I introduce him like nothing. He is my father. He's my brother. He's my sister. He's my friend. He's all that. And so we don't fight it anymore. We just be.
Yes. Yes. That's beautiful. That's a blessing and a gift.
Yes. It's like he'll pull up at the times that it's like, how did you know? We don't even do that anymore. We're not on that page anymore. We just
accept it and let it be.
Yes. He's
That's
my
beautiful.
father because he gets on me about me not putting myself up there and first. Me, especially when I give the kudos to everybody else, and he'll remind me, well, what about you? You didn't do that too.
Sounds like Obatala.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he calls himself Shango. And yes.
That sounds like Obatala. When he's every man, when he's the brother and the daddy, and that's Obatala right there.
Obatala. There you go. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Mama Hawa. I love it.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies. I want to make sure that we maximize our time. We have about 11 minutes left. So thank you all who shared. And it definitely set the tone for this next part. Everybody that shared and what you shared, the level in which you shared is exactly what I was looking for. So now that we're at this frequency, right? Now that we're in this space, I want you all, whoever your particular man or masculine is, I want you to write a letter to him. I want you to write a letter to him. What's the stunning looks on everybody's face? We don't want to express it. Oh, you already write your letter, Mama Head, period. Okay, you are a star student. I'm about to give you a star on the chat. I want you right there on your forehead. Yep, I love it. I want you all to write a letter to him. Let him know in the most intimate and personal and detailed ways. Just a letter between you and him. Just a letter, right? No one else is going to read it unless he allows it or however you do it. But the idea is that it's heart chakra to heart chakra or root to root, right? You want to kind of conjoin parts of yourselves together, and you want to be vulnerable and transparent, and you want to do it in love, right? So we're going to set the tone for June's theme by giving the love that we want to receive this month. Okay. So I want you to get in that mind frame, get in that frequency, and I want you to start to write a letter to this person. It doesn't have to be completed by the end of our session in the next few moments, but I want you to start to circulate that energy and circulate that vibe. You know, write him a letter, whether it's your son, your uncle, your dad, your partner. Like we said, it doesn't matter, but you want to, it's specifically for that number one man in your life you want to share with him. Right. And if you can't think of a letter, you're like, you know what? I'm not really the letter writing type. No worries. At peace, she got you. Okay. Go ahead and make a list. Make a list of, what did I say? Make a list of as many reasons as you can of why you love him. So even if you can't, dear John, I think you are the best thing ever. Even if you can't do that, right? Or Uncle Cletus, I really appreciate you wiping my knee when I scraped it on the bike. Whatever, okay? Whatever it is, if you're not into that, go ahead and write a list. You know, here are all the reasons why I love you. And just write a list, right? And the idea is that you share it with him if you want to, because we want to pour into that man. If he holds that space in your life, you got to pour into him every day. You know, you got to really make sure that he knows it, because one thing that I'm learning, and this is why I'm so excited about Prostel joining us later this month, is because if you know Prostel, you know he's a light. Like, he is just a beautiful light of masculine and feminine energy walking. He is amazing. Okay. I've been knowing him for many years. He's great. And he's very honest, vulnerable, transparent about where he is and how he feels. And so him sharing his story, and really a lot of more men that I'm meeting, as they open up and they share, and I ask questions. I don't care if I meet you on the street, I ask men questions because I want them to open up, right? Yeah. The more they open up and they share with me, there's one consistent theme. And that theme is that a lot of their resentment, hurt, disdainment comes from their fear of being vulnerable, their fear of being transparent, right? Of them not feeling appreciated. My son, even, I have a 19-year-old son. He's going through his growing pains, right? And I'm realizing that what I thought I was appreciating you, praising you, giving you all the love and support as a Black man in America, that didn't compute. It didn't compute the same, you know, because he's 19 and I hear him and I know the love and the support that I gave my son. And at 19, I hear him say the same things that I hear my 50-year-old friends say. So there's something about a man's thinking. There's something about the experience of a man, Black man in this. It's something about that a woman, we're oblivious to. You understand? So my son says things like, you know, what really comes down to is I never took into account the effect that being disliked your whole life just based off of your gender, I didn't take into account the effect that has on their psyche. Whether someone says it or not, they know they are living in a place, they are part of a system that does not respect them. They know this, and they have to consciously walk around with this every single solitary day. From the time they birth to the time they got to live in it. And I never understood that until the dynamic, when I was able to make the connection. My son feels disrespected, no matter how much I've loved and respected him as a woman. Right? His sisters, everybody, you know, he still got that message. And now my 50-year-old friend, my friends, it's more than just one, over 50, they have that same conversation. So as I'm analyzing it, I'm like, okay, well, as a mom, as a woman, where can we fill in the gap? Not in propping them up and saying, hey, you know, you can do it, and cheering them on, kind of like we've done in the past, but really get an understanding now. See, back in the day, we never tried to really understand their psyche and how it made them feel. Now let's get an understanding before we make a judgment. So in the spirit of understanding, we need to pour into them. We need to let them know, hey, I appreciate you. I love you. And these are the reasons why. And it don't have nothing to do with what you do for me. You know, it has everything to do with who you are. And so that's the message that you want to share in your letter and in your list. Danyelle, you had your hand up?
I don't know. I had a thought and it just went fleeting. But I will say this.
Tell it to come back. Come back, thought.
I know Brother Procell, and I know him as well. And I love the fact, I mean, not only is he a great just pillar of the community, but he's an excellent father himself. And, you know, he's one of the few transparent Black men who I know personally who actually shows, you know what I'm saying, what he does on a daily basis, what he's doing for his family, you know, how he is teaching his sons how to be entrepreneurs in the business to provide and everything. I knew Prostel before I knew Prostel. He would come into the salon that I worked at with my uncle selling his sandwiches and his fruit. And what got me was the fruit, because working in the salon, everybody comes in with everything, soul food, monkey bread, everything. But this brother came in with fruit and cookies. And I'm like, thank you, because being in the salon all day, you want something a little bit healthy. And it's funny that I knew him from Brothers Catering years ago. And as I'm going through my spiritual journey, going through the community and everything like that, it's like, wait a minute, you're all of this? Very gentle soul, very a good person to sit down and talk to. And like I said, I love the fact that, you know, he talks about his struggles, the good things, the joys, the happiness of being a family man and, you know, being a father, you know, being a husband, being all that. But then he also talks about the struggles of just being a Black man, of being the father, of being that he's very transparent. And I'm like, you know, I appreciate that. Almost to the point, like I said, I posted in the chat, where are the healing circles for the men? Because I noticed we have a lot of Black men, they have no outlet to go to receive guidance from the elders. They don't commune, they don't come together. And it's not like they don't, it's just, it's almost like it's non-existence. Women, we come, like right now, we're in a sister circle right now. Every Monday we come together as a sister circle. We talk, we share, you know what I'm saying? We assist, we help each other, we uplift each other, we build each other. Where is that for our Black men? It's like it's a huge missing. It's a huge missing. And a lot of times I feel like, being the resource that I am, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I can't be that for the brothers, because the brothers need the brothers like the sisters need the sisters. So it's just like, when I do have a partner that's hurt, that's in trauma, that's hurting, that needs to, it's like, I don't know where to send you. I need an elder, I need the babas, I need the grandpas. Where are they? Just in the city of Detroit, where are they? Because they're needed. They are so needed. That's all I wanted to say.
That's right. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Prostel and I are in discussion with the healing circles for men. So it's coming, sis. It's coming. All right, Mama Razia, I see your hand up.
Well, I just thought I'd share this when you said write the letter and so forth. And I started, and I've learned the technique of just letting your hand move.
Yes.
Not worry about what you're saying.
Yes.
So I said, Dear Charles, at this moment in time, I must tell you how much I love and appreciate you for being.
Period.
Period.
Period. I love it. Period. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And it can be simple like that. Like, you know the person better than anyone or better than us. So maybe their attention span is not that big. You could write it on a sticky note if you got to. I get, you know, men's attention span don't always be that long. You feel me? So you don't have to do a whole page. But yes, what you said, Mama Razia, was powerful. You know, if you put it on a sticky note and put it on the bathroom mirror, brother gonna get the message. So that was beautiful. Thank you. Mama Hawa?
Just thinking about that, I was laughing because for many years, that's what we didn't write letters, but long texts, little notes. We're both artists, and he'll write things on the wall and with the paintbrush. And one thing that sticks out, because I was with him at a very dark time in his life where everybody else kind of abandoned him. And my spirit said, no, you stick with him. Yeah. And he would always let me know, I appreciate you in my life. And you, just by you say, write a letter, it's making me think, wow, I think I really took that for granted, you know, that he would always say, I appreciate you. I'm so glad you came into my life. You know, he would say little things like that. And I'm like, you know.
No, receive them, Drew, because that might be all you get. These brothers.
But deep down, thinking about it from no one else, I heard those things. And from no one else, he calls me a soldier. I call him a soldier. I'm Sister Soldier. That's my soldier, Queen. He always upped me. And he knows I'm always there. We may not see each other for months. And then all of a sudden, it's like, so excited, like, I ain't seen you in a long time, you know. I can say right now, I need this planet. He can have a busy schedule, but he will figure it out one kind of way or another. But he's so in tune to say like that. So the notes, like Sister Razia said, just let it flow because it's just coming from everywhere out.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Mama Hawa.
I'm going to call him. He just told me I was mean the other day. So I'm going to call him.
Yeah, call him and give him all that love through the eardrum.
I'm going to tell him about you. I'm telling him what we doing too.
I'm sure he would like it. So I hope that this assignment really connects you guys with your root chakra, really connects you with your masculine energy, helps you to balance some things out, helps you to see life a little differently, right? So that you can be better, so that you can not even be better. Let me delete that. There. So that you can be all of you, right? So that you can be your fullest. You can show up the best version of yourself, you know? So you want to tap in that way. And I want to hear everything next week. I don't want to hear no crickets next week. I don't want to hear crickets. Okay. I want to hear what happened. I want to know that you actively took advantage of this lesson and you really are applying it throughout the week. Okay. So I've been really, gentle with you guys last month because, we were just starting out, but now I'm putting my professor cap on.
Come on with it. Come on.
And as a professor, honey, Professor at peace is completely different. Director at peace is completely different. Okay. I will hold you accountable. I want to know, like, where have you done the work? Where do you still need to do the work? How can we support you? Like, so come next week ready to share. Okay. Come next week ready to open up, do some work here so that we can all learn from each other. I'm learning so much from you guys every time I join. So I want us to continue that. All right. And to Danyelle, thank you so much for all that great, valuable information about Canva. We really, really appreciate you. And for all of my sisters. Go ahead.
I appreciate you guys. And I want to see something from everybody. Something. It could be a birthday card. It could be a video. It could be a card to yourself. Create something and show up next week with something that you created. Something.
Yeah. Danyelle, can you put your number in the chat in case they have some questions about the Canva?
Of course. Y'all can text me. Just text me. This is Razia. This is Pam. I know exactly who you are. I will get back with you.
And also, if you know of anyone, like I said, who you think, a man who is a father that you think will be of a valuable asset to us this month, by all means, allow them to join, invite them, get them in touch with me so that possibly they can come on and feature. I want to keep this going. Like, I really want to see this happen in a real way. The other person, we'll talk about that another time. All right, everybody. Give me your one word. Give me your one word, because we are now at 10:06 and I want to respect and honor everyone's time. So we're going to wrap this up. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful morning together. I really enjoyed y'all. I love y'all. I will have an affirmation for you next week. So no worries there. But this week, work on your letter, work on your reasons and your list. Be ready to share more next week, because we are going to go even deeper next week. All right. And if you have any questions or you need support, or, you need help tapping in, then you can always contact me. I'll put my information in the chat as well.
Yeah.
And I want you all to get your one word together. What's your one word that you want to share? You muted, Het.
I'm full. I mean, my one word, full.
Full. Yes. All right. I like it. Jump
That's
on in there,
interesting.
lady. Give us your
My
one
word
word
is
that
it's expansion. I guess I was picking
expansion.
up Ed's thoughts.
Yes, I love it.
My word is brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Love it.
I'm inspired.
Inspired. Okay.
Suddenly,
Suddenly.
suddenly,
Yes, honey.
God can work it out no matter what it is. Suddenly,
Yes, that's a good word. Thank
it
you,
can be
Daddy.
all right. Suddenly.
Yes. I didn't even realize how much impact that word had to you.
I know, right?
Like, ooh, yeah, that actually has some zhuzh to it. Suddenly.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Juanita, what's your word?
Enlightened. This has enlightened me. Thank you.
You are so welcome. My pleasure. Thank you.
Gratitude.
One word. Who got that one word for me?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. All right, Mama Howard.
I'm so grateful. I'm just the gratitude.
Awesome.
I want to add another word.
Okay, girl. She got 2 words.
This is right in your pocket. Deep dive.
Woo! Yes, ma'am. I like going deep, honey. I like going deep. I like going to the soul, to the root.
Yeah, you
Excellent.
took us there. You take us there all the time. Thank you.
You're
What's
welcome.
your word, at peace? What's your word?
I like really meditate on my word. Juicy.
Indeed.
Juicy girl. I think
My word is clarity.
What'd you say, Libby?
Lily, clarity.
Clarity. Yes. Thank you, Lily. I don't know why I want you to be a Libby so bad. I don't know. Lily. I always call you Libby. I don't know why.
It's
Mama,
cool.
Mama Ayaba, what's your word?
Ancient of days.
Say it one more time.
Ancient of days. Ancient is my word.
Ancient of days. Thank you. That's a good word. Ancient.
You bringing it.
Okay, I received that coming from you. Thank you.
Can I share more than one word? Can I?
Y'all are overflowing today with these
Well,
words.
Of days is so powerful for me, because my grandson, when he was 3, he told me, "My God, you are my daughter." So I'm experiencing my dad in my grandson, and this whole paradigm of this ancient, our ancient existence coming to our present is.
That's right.
This is helping me to move through this experience. I gotta reconnect with my grandson in a better way to better, help him move forward from where my dad was. So thank you.
Oh,
that's right.
I say.
Yeah.
Who is Galaxy? Who's on the phone?
I don't know. Galaxy, Z4, you want to share? No pressure. You don't have to. All right. Did we get everybody? Did everybody give a word?
Since we're talking about the balance between men and women, I'm back to because you're making me think of my soldier. We used to always say MBL. When we leave a crowd, or when we always say MBL, my Black love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nobody knew. It was like MBL, my Black
Yes,
love.
I like when y'all have little code words and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, this has been awesome. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I've enjoyed you all. I hope that you all have enjoyed today's lesson.
Ashe.
Your work this week. Make sure you do your work. So that means you have an assignment on Canva that you have to get done. And you also have a letter. I didn't call it a love letter. Okay. Maybe y'all got some more important things to talk about in the letter. I don't know. Ain't my life. But your assignment will be to write that letter. All right.
Powerful.
I love you all so much.
Love you all. Peace and
Sister,
blessings.
All right, love
Love
yourself.
you more.
Love
at
yourself.
peace,
Love
at
yourself.
peace,
Yes.
at
Who calling me?
peace.
Who calling
I'm
me?
calling you.
Yes, Mama.
You know what's gonna happen on Wednesday, right?
No, what's gonna happen, girl? Tell me, girl.
You already know. You done rained on us now, so you know when you rain on the earth, flowers grow.
Oh boy.
I'm excited. I will be there on Wednesday with bells on.
I'm so we can just drop a little bit. You know, we ain't gonna run it. You know, cause you running it. But I got to let the world know what you running, sister, cause it's awesome.
Thank you, Mama. I
Yes, it
appreciate
is.
you so much. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right.
All right, ladies.
Elizabeth, hug yourself, love yourself, and love everybody. Love everybody.
Love everybody.
All right, tomorrow, Razia
Woohoo!
and Mama Hetero.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Going down. Going down.
Peace out.
Peace and love,
Love
everybody.
y'all.
Mwah,
Blessings.
mwah, mwah, mwah. See you next week.
The love.
Love you.